House Road Relay 2026. I am Susanna Ledgwood Oliver, Deputy Headmaster of the St. Vincent Grammar School. And here with me today we have renowned DJ, former national swimmer, old boy of the class of 2017.
That's right.
Former Miller House Vice Captain,
That's
Alexander Cyrus. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you for having me. I'm going to say good morning to everybody. It's a beautiful day here at the Simonson Grammar School. We're about to get underway for the 2026 edition of the Kccu Road Relay between Crick House, Lopi, Miller, and Reeves.
Yep, and we see the athletes are already on the line for the start. And for Crick, which is red, we have Kobe Oliver. For Lopi, yellow, we have Everett Almond. For Miller, green, we have Rodino Roberts. And Reeves, blue, Denrick Davis.
And we are underway now here in the first leg. If you're just joining us on the VC3 Live, I want to say welcome. And of course, as protocol normally allows for, share the live, share it to your friends, your families,
share.
to the other old boys of the Simonson Grammar School. And let's get those numbers up as we support the athletes today as they're underway in the sun, vying to see who can bring home the 2026 championship here in Kingstown.
The 2025 championship was won by Reeves House, so we're looking to see if Reeves can repeat this year. But we're going to see some strong contention. As we see, we have Kobe Oliver on that first leg for Crick House in red. He's already taking the lead, and we expect that he's going to push this pace going up. He placed second in our 5,000 meters, so we know he's a strong athlete.
I want to remind all our listeners also, Road Relay is not just a regular relay. It's all about strategy, as the first leg runners leave from the St. Vincent Grammar School and make their way up past Murray's Village, then Sally Spring, following up to Sion Hill and around to Cane Garden, where the second leg of the changeovers will be. And the second athletes then follow down through King Garden, down to Long Wall, and up through Uptown Kingstown, back to the Simonson Grammar School.
Yep. And they're going to do that 3 times. So we're going to have 6 legs, 3 up, 3 down, and then we will be crowning the new King of the Roads 2026. And you can see that Kobe is holding steady going up. He's followed by Everett in second, closely there with Denrick, and Rodino of Miller House is a little bit behind in 4th place.
Looking strong here is the athlete of Crick House, followed in pursuit Reeves, Lopi, and Miller.
Yep. So let's see on the live, who do you think is going to be the 2026 champion? So let's get some color in the comments there. Who do you think is going to be the King of the Road 2026?
Well, I don't want to be biased, but being a former Miller House athlete, in particular vice captain, in my last year at the Simonson Grammar School, I would like to hope that Miller has a standing chance today. Obviously not winning a championship here in the road relay in the last 25 years, I was told.
It's been a minute since Miller House has won. They placed second last year. They were actually in the lead right up until the last leg when the Reeves House captain Kazim James passed Miller House on that last leg to snatch the victory from Miller House.
And as I said, it's all about strategy. It's normally about here, where the runners are approaching the Sally Spring area, where the first set of lactic acid starts to build up in your muscles. After about 3 steady minutes on the incline, followed by the second incline shortly after.
But we could see the athlete from Reeves House, Denrick, is not letting Kobe out of his eyesight. He's keeping on his shoulder. But Kobe is still looking strong. They've opened up a little bit of lead between the Lopi and the Miller House athletes.
Yes. And if it's one thing I would like to always say as a runner or past runner, is if you don't have a strategy, always try to keep up next to the person nearest to you. Don't let them out of your sight. You know, you'd be surprised once you could push your body to the limits if you're not accustomed to doing so. Try stay to the nearest person, whether they're behind you, or in front of you.
Yeah. So we see Kobe. Kobe is actually a seasoned runner. He ran last year. So he's coming back and he's putting Crick House in a good position on this first leg, giving them a steady pace. But as we say, Denrick is not letting him out of his sights. And we can see a little bit in the distance there. We can see Lopi Everett. Everett is actually a Form 3 student who placed 4th in the 5,000 meters. They're coming across there by Marion House. And then they're going to be making their way up this hill towards Sign Hill.
And you'd be surprised, you know, I've seen gaps of over 200 to 300 meters in this part of the race on the first and third leg usually. And normally when the athletes get up to the Sign Hill, where the terrain turns a bit more flat and level, the athletes in the back, it normally allows for them to speed up and catch up to the athletes in front because of the change of topography. So, as I said, it's all about strategy at the end of the day and how the runners intend to go about the race.
Yep, definitely. So we look forward to seeing what's going to be the outcome of at the end of this first leg.
Denrick is starting to look very strong. I can tell a drop in pace by Kobe.
Yep.
And it seems as though Denrick is just trying to stay next to him to pace him. And let's see what happens when we get up to the top of Sign Hill.
Yeah. So we could see Lopi still in third, a little bit, maybe about a 20-meter gap between them.
Followed by the Miller House athlete, which is creeping into the back of the frame now.
Yeah. So some interesting stats that we were looking at and saying that in the last 26 years, Reeves House has won 10 times.
Impressive.
Very impressive.
Impressive.
Crick has won 9 times. Lopi 5 times. And Miller won.
Once. And unfortunately, in my 3 times running the road relay, I was not a part
of that one.
We got close. We got second. I do have the silver medal at home still. However, I was not a part, unfortunately, of that winning relay team. I'm sure the likes of Mr. Randy Boucher would take credit to the 10 wins by Reeves House.
By Reeves House, definitely.
But, I'm sure someone would say otherwise.
Housemaster for Reeves House, Mr. Randy Boucher. And we have housemaster for Crick House is Miss Michaela Knights. For Miller House, Miss Justine Douglas. And for Lopi House, Miss Ayana Baisden. So these housemasters and the house teachers have been putting in the work. And we can see we're now at the top of Sign Hill, making their way in towards the first changeover point, and we saw that there was a little drop by Kobe before, but now
it seems to have picked up the pace for sure. There's definitely been an increase in pace here by the Crick House athlete, looking to open up a small little lead before the first changeover here down to the second leg, which is the grueling downhill of Cane Garden, then uphill towards the St. Vincent Grammar School from Longwall.
Yes. So we're going to see.
It's normally about here now the athletes become in sight to the athletes on the second leg. And so where the nerves may start to kick in for the second leg athletes. And it's all about now battle of the fittest.
Battle of the fittest. And now we see Crick House with Kobe opening up.
I believe about a 10-meter lead there.
Yes, on to the Reeves House athlete. We can see the Crick House vehicle there cheering.
Kobe looking unfazed as he steps away from making the changeover now as the band starts to come off of his hand. And here we go now, the first changeover. Here
so
we
first changeover.
Jaden George for Crick House now on the Cane Garden route, which is the second leg. And the changeover for Reeves House, taken over by Johannes Regis of Reeves House.
Reeves House, yep. And then we would have Joshua Nichols for Lopi, and then we would have Jet Llewellyn for Miller.
And there's always a little trick here in the downhill of the Cane Garden because you can just see where the decline just began. There is another incline before the real decline starts.
Now, interesting fact about Jaden. Jaden is actually a national squash player. He would have represented just recently.
Yeah.
He was in Canada.
Correct.
Over the Christmas vacation. So national squash player, but putting in the work for Crick House.
And opening up quite a lead also, if I must say.
Definitely, because we're not really seeing the Reeves House athletes behind, looking quite comfortable.
And here's the first incline now of the downhill stretch.
Once he gets up this,
it's very tricky, you know, on your body and on your muscles. It's quite an interesting sensation of going down and up and down and then back up again.
Yep.
Up to the grammar school.
So basically from this point until he gets all the way down to Cashaways, it's going to be a downhill. So this is where he's going to have the opportunity to just open up, relax, and let the momentum take him down the hill.
And if it's something I learned on my third time running the road with it, which was my last time, was to, on the downhill, run in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
The shortest route tends to be the middle, and you can make up the most ground that way. And I know that because driving behind my housemaster, as she screamed at me, "In the middle, Cyrus!
Yeah.
Stay in the middle!"
That was me.
Talking about Miss Oliver. I have it on video also, so I have proof.
Yeah, it's always better for the athletes to run in the middle of the road and cut the corners as they can. You're trying to shorten your distance.
Correct.
Because you really don't want to be running more than you have to.
Jaden here now receiving some water.
Yep, some hydration.
Now, I would always say the water for the runner isn't always necessary. I got it wrong. I believe it was on my first year running the road relay. I did grab water from a Red Cross bystander on the side of the road, at which I developed a stitch in my stomach, a water cramp. So you always have to know to time yourself and not just assume because, you know, somebody's handing you water, you have to take it.
Yeah.
It's all about strategy at the end of the day, as I mentioned.
So they're continuing to make their way down. And we see Jaden is out in front.
Looking very comfortable.
Very comfortable.
Probably saving majority of his energy for the uphill from Cashaways.
Yes, because that slight incline from Cashaways.
It does a lot to you because it's
past
the distance.
Smoke coming back
incline.
up to the school can be very, very unassuming, but a killer on the body.
I've done it 3 times. Done it all 3 times. I felt like it got harder.
Now on this leg 2 for Reeves House, we have actually a new student to the school, Johannes Regis. Johannes just started in January.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And he's already into the house spirit and ensuring that he uses his athletic ability to the best of his ability in support of his house. So we'll see what Johannes.
And here's where the decline starts to get a little bit aggressive. It opens up a little bit more for a steeper angle. And you have to pace yourself and your body as you go down. And don't just let gravity take you. You have to be in control at the end of the day. And also watch your step. The King Garden Road tends to be a little bit tricky.
Yep.
With the holes in the road. I believe 1 year in the race we had an athlete roll his ankle on the way down.
Yep.
And he was forced to significantly reduce his speed. So you have to play with gravity here on your way down.
So this is awesome. So Crick House is actually the Relentless Wolves. So the Relentless Wolves with Jaden. Jaden is actually one of our deputy head boys.
Oh, wow.
So we actually have 2 of our deputy head boys running today. So we have Jaden, and then we will see later on Hazen Gabriel. Yep, who's another deputy head boy.
And here the decline starts to open up a little bit more. As you can see, the athlete is trying to reduce his speed to remain in control and also watch his step. The one thing I remember, that downhill can be pretty hard on your feet, but you're running a little bit harder as the decline increases. But he looks to be pretty much in control of his body and of his mind, which is the most important part in this leg.
You don't become a national tennis player, any sport, representative in any sport, without having that mental game.
For sure.
So definitely we're seeing from Jaden And we're seeing an athlete coming.
That is the athlete of
Reeves House, who has closed the gap a bit now. Because we weren't seeing Reeves, but we're seeing, so as I said, Johannes Regis. Johannes is actually from Union Island.
Seems to be using a different strategy here, Johannes, opening up, letting his body go with the gravity a little bit more. But as I said, when you get down to cash whiz, that is where the real race begins on the downhill legs. Here we have Jaden. I believe he's aware now that the athlete at Reeves House
and
is
he's
in
really
pursuit,
starting to
and
open
he's
up
starting now
as
to
he
open up.
comes down this hill. Hopefully he's left enough in the tank to take him up towards the school. So if you're on the road, please look out for our athletes. Give them a share, give them a shout, give them some encouragement on the road.
And of course, do remember to share the live. All right,
Share
let's
and
get
like
those
the
numbers up.
live.
Like the live, follow St. Vincent Grammar School and BC3, of course, on social media so you can keep up to date with all that's going on in today's activities and over the sports season, of course.
Yeah, because, you know, St. Vincent Grammar School and the Girls High School are
course.
having joint sports
Of
again.
course.
So after you have the road relay action of the St. Vincent Grammar School today, tomorrow follow on VC3 for the Girls High School road relay.
And here we go now. The
Passing the 7-day church.
uphill now has begun as he gets to the corner to turn up to the St. Vincent Grammar School using the sidewalk technique here, cutting down time, cutting down the angle. Let's see if we can make it across the road.
That's going to be a little bit tricky. Okay, he's
Across the road now.
all right, lovely. He's across the road.
Athletes now approaching the Peace Memorial Hall. However, it is the athlete
Ooh,
of Reeves House who
Reeves
is
House.
making up quite some time here now,
Quite.
approaching Jaden George in the last couple of meters here of the second leg. Looking
That's
to make
a
a pass.
Brilliant run by Johannes.
Is Johannes Regis now. Passes Jaden George for Reeves House to now take the lead on the second leg of today's road relay.
Yep. Johannes will be coming up to the school and he will be passing to Isaiah Patterson for Reeves House. And Isaiah is one of the vice captains.
As I said, it's all about strategy and how you let your body go down the hill. It seems as though Jaden may have used a little bit too much energy. However, it is
Making the
Johannes
turn in
looking
there.
very strong now.
By the Ministry of Agriculture. And then he will be passing the Kingstown Preps. Oh, pass has already been made. All right, so pass has already been made. So Isaiah Patterson is now going to be making his way up. The pass is being made now for Crick House, and that is Malik Craig. So Malik Craig is now on his way up on this third leg for Crick House, and we await the changeover for Miller and Lopi.
Just want to comment on that quite impressive second leg run by the athlete of Reeves House, Johannes Regis. Very, very strong there on the uphill. And that's what I mentioned at the beginning, folks. That's what it's all about, is how you choose to run the downhill leg. Whether you decide to stay nearest to the person next to you or run your own race, knowing your body, your mind, and your limits.
So currently, information coming in, Lopi is still in third, Miller is in fourth. Now, what was interesting is that Miller House actually had 5 of their athletes repeating from last year. And they were hoping that this year's strategy would give them the win, but
boys would have had a little bit more experience.
seems to have worked against them. And we're seeing Lopi, and that is Joshua Nichols.
Making a strong stride up the hill, looking to make up some time and some ground here to pass over to his teammate Malik. Apologies, his teammate
Edlon Edwards. So Joshua is actually Lopi's house captain. Not too far behind, we have Jet Llewellyn, who is Miller House vice captain. And Jet will be passing to Lemore Oliver, who is also vice captain for Miller House. Now, we know if I know anything about Lemore is going to put his all into trying to bring back Miller House.
I hope he puts in a shift on behalf of Miller House. I would hate to see
he's being
Miller
neutral.
House take the fourth today.
Right, Alex? We're being neutral.
I'm trying to be neutral.
All right.
I put on my black shirt today, and I'm not representing any house with any colors. I actually found this morning my vice captain badge from Miller House from 2017. However, I thought it would have been best to have left it home, seeing that we're not allowed to represent
exactly,
any
we're not
houses
representing any house. Lemore, who was a Carifta athlete last year.
Correct.
He's actually a sprinter, but he won our 5K this year.
Really?
Yes.
Impressive.
He is also one of our pen relay athletes who participated in the pen relays for the last 2 years.
It seems as though the athletes now on the third leg are choosing a different strategy, running on the left side of the road rather than the right. Just want to remind at some point they're going to have to cross. However, and then we have now the Crick athlete, Malik Craig, making the cross over to the right side of the road, which tends to be the safer side. It looks like the athlete here of Reeves House, Isaiah Patterson, reducing pace a little bit to reserve some of that energy for the second part of the uphill. However, both houses, Crick and Reeves, looking very comfortable here on the third leg.
Looking very comfortable. Both these athletes are fifth form students. So this would be their final year. So you know they would want to give up their best for their house.
Have to go out with a bang.
Have to go out with a bang.
So yes, drop your preferences in the comments below. Rep for your house, rep for your colors. Whether it is Crick, Lopi, Miller, or Reeves. Drop those colors in the comments below. And let's see who takes the win today.
Let's see. And you see, Isaiah has colored his hair blue.
That's the right thing
so
to do.
he's repping right from his head.
Isaiah making the crossroad now as he's offered water, however denied. Oh, nope, correction, he has grabbed it.
Yep, and you would see our SVGS Red Crossers out on the road today, ensuring the safety and hydration of our athletes. So we could see Isaiah's pace has dropped a bit more, and Malik is moving up on him.
It'll be interesting to see if Malik attempts to pass him now on the second leg of the uphill, or if he's going to use the strategy of staying near to him and battle it out when they get onto the flat.
Yeah.
Anything could happen at this point in the race. You know, the uphill is very, very cruel on the body, at which point, you know, even after hydrating as much as you can, your body can begin to cramp. And however, it is now Malik making up some ground. Is he looking to pass now on the second part of the uphill?
Making his move.
Passes Isaiah, giving Crickhouse back the lead. Let's see if that gives Isaiah a little bit of a boost now to keep up with him.
So we're definitely, since the start of the race, seeing a tussle between Reeves and Crick.
And I love it. I love the competitive energy. You know, that's what it's all about at the end of the day. Not just for yourself, but for your house. And it's Isaiah putting in another shift here now to try and pass back Malik. Looks like he's beginning his sprint a little bit early.
Yeah.
Let's see where the strategy
Not
places
willing
him.
to give up that lead. No, Isaiah is actually one of our jumpers. So he's more known for triple jump, high jump, long jump, but putting in the work this morning
And
for Reeves House.
It's around this point where you're right next to an athlete in the race and your adrenaline takes over your body and pushes you to the limit to get you across the line and put your house in the lead.
All right, so some information coming in. It seems like Lemore has made the move for Miller. Miller is now in third place. Miller House is now in third place, so Lemore would have passed Edlon at Marion House. At Marion House.
And that is, believe it or not, in close pursuit. It seems as though Lemore has closed the gap a little bit. He would have been about 3 minutes behind the second place athlete. I want to estimate now he may be about two to a minute to 90 seconds behind the second place athletes.
So
as the athletes now approach the flat of the King Garden area.
Yep, turning in Sign Hill,
And it's Isaiah
passing Night
not giving up.
Supermarket, and we see those Reeves House teachers in the back there.
Those unruly Reeves House teachers. Some things just don't
Giving
change.
instructions to Isaiah as he now
And
reaches.
Malik.
Here we
go. A move from
go.
Malik now. Try to give Crick House a little bit of a lead.
Is this going to be a decisive move? Is Isaiah going to let him go?
As we're now 3 corners away from the 4th leg changeover.
Yep.
Must say a very impressive run from Malik here.
Malik actually placed 3rd in our 5K. So
Wait.
we're seeing our 5K
We've seen
athletes
5K
on the
athletes
road.
for sure.
Yep.
A little bit of cat and mouse strategy here by Malik, and it looks like he's going to be able to give the band over to the following athlete, Rashawn Phillips, who's looking to keep the lead now for Crick House as they're just 1 corner away.
Yep. So the relentless Wolves of Crick are in 1st. The Blue Phoenix of Reeves are in 2nd, and the Swift Cheetahs of Miller in 3rd, with the Mighty Lions of Lopi in 4th.
Of course, reports of 3rd and 4th place will be given as they're updated to us here back at the St. Vincent Grammar School.
So definitely an excellent run by Malik.
Opening up about a 25-meter lead now here on Isaiah Patterson as Rashawn Phillips is getting ready to take on the 4th leg of the King Garden downhill.
Yep, Rashawn is the house captain
All right, this is it.
for Crick House. So let's
Where-
see. Is the captain going to put his house on his back and bring them back down to the St. Vincent Grammar School in 1st place?
And here we go. Changeover number 4 is underway, and it's Crick House in the lead. Strong start here from Rashawn.
Oh,
Remember,
it looks like if they've made a switch. Because this is not Rashawn, that's Dakari. So Dakari was initially down to run the 6th leg. But
And it
seemed
seemed-
like if there's been a switch, and we have Dakari coming down here on the 4th leg.
Crick House using a little bit of strategy there to change things up and throw off their opponents. Let's see how it works out for them, if it may be in their favor or not.
So this is Dakari Telemac of Crick House.
I remember these mornings, Miss Oliver, where you wake up before road relay and you have no appetite, not sure if you want to eat some oats or take vitamins alone or just a glass of orange juice. But I remember being very nervous those mornings. But if there's one thing I always did, was stay hydrated.
Have to stay hydrated.
I was terrified of cramping and losing the race for my house. So there's one thing I hope these athletes are full of right now is water and hopefully some vitamins to get them there across the line.
Yep. So it's going to be interesting to see what the final result of this leg is going to be, because on this leg we have Joshua Malcolm for Lopi, Nazari Nash for Miller, and we have Otney Barker for Reeves. So Otney should have received his baton, his pom-pom for Reeves House, and should be some way behind the Crick House athletes. Dakari's hands are frailing a little bit, but still, legs are still looking in control.
And that's one thing these athletes have to be careful of, is the movement of their body. You don't want to be wasting too much energy
Yep.
here going down the hill. Because remember, as we just saw on the second leg by Johannes Regis, is you got to save that energy for the uphill from
You have
Cashews to
to
Grammar School.
save. And we can see the Reeves House athletes.
Getting into frame now.
Yes, so that
Trying to
is
reduce the distance between him
Otney Barker.
and Dakari.
Yep, of Reeves House, trying to reduce that lead to the Crick House athletes. As they make their way down, they're going to be passing Lewis Otto,
Correct.
making their way around the corner. And I guess until we get back down to the school, we may not see the Lopi or the Miller House athletes. That's the only good thing about doing the road relay in a loop. At least you have points that you can see.
The carry there getting up under the camera car, showing that he still has a little bit of energy in place.
So let's get some red hearts on the live for Crick House.
All right, Crickos.
Quick like Crick as their slow.
Well, we used to say something else back in the day.
I know, we won't say what you know. So quick like Crick. Okay, reports coming in. Miller House is still in third place.
It's a testament to Limo's strong uphill leg just now, bringing Miller House from fourth back into third.
So we're seeing Dakari still with the frailing hands, swinging a little bit. Hopefully he's conserving enough energy as he makes his way down Town Hill, Long Wall.
Long Wall, entering the Long Wall area,
entering
Miss Monroe.
Yep.
And if I remember correctly, it was normally about here where gravity takes over if you're running motion, as the carry dodges those potholes in the middle of the road.
So when I was looking at the sports results over the last 26 years,
tell me the bad news.
Again. So we see now Reeves with 5 wins, Lopi with 12 wins,
Pretty impressive.
Crick with 6 wins, and Miller with 2.
And if it's one thing I realized over the years is even though Lopi House may not always win the road relays, they tend to set up themselves pretty well for the annual sports day in their strategy of who runs what event and who doesn't. And that's something I can credit Miss Basin with each and every year. Even though one year I will comment that I believe Miller House should have won it, but I'm going to save that argument for the sports day instead of today, as today is all about the 36th annual Kccu St. Vincent Grammar School Road Relay.
To big up KCCU corporate sponsorship, 36 years running and still committed to sponsoring the St. Vincent Grammar School and Girls High School Road Relay. So Dakari is still looking well coming down.
No sight as yet of Afni Barker of Reeves House. However, as we saw just now in the previous second leg, that was no problem at all for Johans, as he wasn't even in the frame, and then out of nowhere he passed the second leg athlete of Crick, Jaden George, at the Peace Memorial Hall. It's about that point in the race where you don't even hear anything or anyone around you. You're just hearing your heartbeat and you're breathing, and that's what takes over your mind at that point.
And remember that our joint sports day is on the 27th of February. So at the Sir Vincent Beach National Stadium. So come out in your numbers. If you perchance can't make it out in your numbers, we will be live on VC3. But we'd love to see you at the National Stadium supporting all the athletes. Crick, Lopi, Miller, Reeves, Grimble, Headmistress, Muffet, and staff. Come out and support the athletes.
As we have now entered the uphill phase, that is the second uphill phase of the fourth leg.
And I must say, Dakari has held his form
very
well on this leg.
Here.
Very impressed with his running here this morning. And Dakari was actually
pedestrian crossing.
Dakari was a change
Looking
this
very
morning.
strong as he increasing his speed here on the uphill
Definitely.
leg. No sign of slowing down at all. Is the
Oh,
athlete.
we see some
Crick House.
spectators.
Crick House supporters there on the
Crick
side
House
of the road.
supporters on the road.
And it's Dakari here looking to make up some pretty good time now for Crick House as we're about to get ready for the 5th leg. That is the last uphill leg now. Very, very impressive run here by Dakari Telemac.
So Dakari is going to be passing to Ethan White. So Ethan is vice captain for Crick House, and he's also one of our pen relay athletes.
Entering here now the school zone is Dakari Telemac of Crick, looking to bring in a strong run here for Crick House.
Oh, and here we have Dakari making his way up. This was a good
Dakari approximately
leg.
150 meters ahead of the
And we see
Reefs
Miss
athlete.
King for Crick House over there and Mrs. Boucher waving away. And Ethan is off.
And it's the Reeves House athlete now looking to make a changeover.
And there's Otney not too far behind. And Otney is going to be passing to Hazen Gabriel, national swimmer.
All right, Hazen, here we go. The last leg of the uphill routes. Here we have Hazen Gabriel of Reeves House looking to put in a good shift and hopefully bring his house back into 4th position here at the 36th annual road relays at the St. Vincent Grammar School.
Now, definitely, we know as swimmers, the endurance, the lung capacity.
It's something I could tell you as a former swimmer myself. I would not doubt the ability of a swimmer running on the road. We've seen it by the likes over the years of Shane Cadogan, by Nicolas Sylvester, Aaron De Freitas, Cruz Halbish, Alexander Cyrus. I remember one year Alexander Cyrus was able to bring it back from 4th into 2nd. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what Hazen does here for Reeves House as we await the 3rd place runners and 4th place as they get ready to enter the St. Vincent Grammar School area by the prep school.
And so far, Ethan is looking quite comfortable as he makes his way up past NDP headquarters. And we're still on the lookout for the 3rd and 4th place.
And I wouldn't doubt Ethan's pace right now because even though it may look like he's moving a little bit slower, it may be because his stride isn't particularly longer than other athletes. Ethan looking very comfortable now on the uphill.
So also on this leg, we would have Jeremy Dick for Lopi House and Lamont Gregg for Miller House. So those are the 4 athletes. So we have Ethan White for Crick, Hazen Gabriel for Reeves, Lamont Gregg for Miller will be on this leg, and Jeremy Dick of Lopi House. There's definitely a big gap between our 2nd and 3rd place because we still have not seen the change over here at the school.
As we await to receive an update here. Let's just hope for sure at least there's been no injuries or accidents in place. And here we have Hazen Gabriel closing the gap here for 2nd. On Ethan White. Ethan looking around to see if he can cross the road using a little bit of strategy here.
I don't know why Ethan just ran over, but we'll see. I guess he's cutting that corner. All right.
Followed by Hazen. Hazen following his plan and strategy.
It's not letting him out to his side.
I'm going to see a little bit of
So
Captain
if you're
Mouse
going to
today.
go, I'm going to go too.
And if it's one thing I'm aware of is Hazen does not like to lose, so he's going to try his best, of course, to bring Reeves House back into 4th and hopefully bring his house to victory here today.
Now, not only is Hazen vice captain for Reeves House, but he's also one of our deputy head boys.
And I see him
And we see the athlete for Miller House, that's Nazari Nash, house captain for Miller House, coming in. So we know for a fact that Miller is in third place.
And it seems as though the athlete for Lopi may not be far behind either due to the amount of vehicles in pursuit. However, as we await an update, it looks like Hazen Dabriel is going for the pass here of Ethan White.
Right on his shoulder. Ethan is still pushing.
And we know for sure Hazen is not going to give up.
Hazen is looking around. I think he's ready to move back over to the other side, maybe.
As we have a changeover now for Miller House.
All right.
It's Lamont Gregg on the fifth leg, which is the final uphill leg here of today's road relays.
Now, again, another interesting fact. Lamont is a national table tennis player.
There you go.
He just recently won the SVGCC Open Invitational.
That was on the weekend.
Yeah, finished on Friday.
Yep.
And he was the two-time champion. All right.
And it's Ethan White here taking a little bit of hydration. Interesting strategy, throwing the water on himself, trying to keep his nerves awake. But this is where the pins and needles, you start to feel them in your legs, and he's not letting Hazen Dabriel go at all.
But Hazen is running steady, moving across the road now, back up onto the shoulder of Ethan.
Using a little bit of strategy here as Hazen Dabriel keeping his friends close and his enemies closer.
Yeah. The relentless wolves of Reeves House.
All right, let's see what Hazen can do here. And I can confirm that Lopi House has not made their fifth leg changeover as yet, as we await an update.
So we're still waiting on Jeremy Dick. And no, we're waiting on Joshua Malcolm, actually, to come in. Jeremy Dick will be on this fifth leg for Lopi going up.
And I'm sure it's at this point in the race where Jeremy is probably thinking, oh, is it even worth it taking the bangle to go and run it from this far behind? But you would be surprised. We've seen a lot of changeovers and overtakes at this stage in the race by the likes of back in the day. I believe it was 2016, Mr. Nicholas Sylvester,
yes,
who's able to come from a little bit under quarter mile behind and pass back third and second position
place
to bring Lopi back into second.
Yep.
One thing Vincent Grammar School has been very blessed with over the years is hosting some of the top talented athletes here around the island, whether it's in tennis, table tennis, squash, swimming, track and field, football, netball, volleyball, pretty much every sport here that we participate in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. And joining here with me now is Mr. Johan Regis of Reeves House, who just put in an absolutely amazing downhill second leg for Reeves. And I just want to say welcome and thank you for joining us this morning, Johan. So give us a little bit of insight into your strategy just now. We saw you a little bit over 200 meters behind, and you were able to pass back the Crick House athlete Jaden Lewis right in front of the Peace Memorial Hall, opening the gap to about 25 meters or so. What went into your race just now, and how did you execute so well in your second leg?
Well, I tried to close the gap a bit more down the hill, make him feel comfortable at his lead. But once I reached onto the flat, I made sure to try and close the gap more, and so that I can take over once you go up on the hill.
It was almost though it was almost though you came out of nowhere here for us viewing on the live stream, as you weren't even in the frame at one point, and right down by the Peeps Memorial Hall, you appeared seemingly out of nowhere, and you put in an amazing final 500 meters there. And so tell us, is it something that you do normally for the St. Vincent Grammar School? I believe you transferred recently.
Yeah, I just transferred recently at
from
the start of the term from London.
And how's been your experience so far here at the grammar school?
So far it's been great.
Yeah?
Great chivalry from the rest of them. I came and they were just great, very accepting.
Yeah, and what races are you looking forward to for the rest of the sports term?
I'm not sure, just do what I can to get the house points.
And what's your preference in running, distance or sprinting?
Distance.
Distance? What's your favorite race overall?
I don't really have a favorite.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's something you can tell to your other Reeve House athletes who are about to finish running here today as we approach the sixth and final leg as a battle out between Ethan White and Hazen Dabriel is underway? If you were to send some moral support right now, what's something you would tell them?
Well, I just have extreme trust in them, so I hope that Delvin can pick up at the final leg. Well, and he seems to have a great chance based on the pace that I know Delvin can make.
All right, cool. Well, thank you very much, Johannes, for joining us, and let's see if Reeve House can pull off the win today.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Hazen Dabriel here and Ethan White putting in a very, very tough fifth leg as Ethan is not giving up at all.
No.
They have begun their sprint up the final hill here. Looking to change over to...
Hazen is gone a little, but we have
And it's
a
Reeve House here
battle
making the first changeover, and we have a
on
battle on our hands now.
last leg coming down.
And
And Lopi is finally making their way in for this their fifth changeover. So on this leg for Reeves House, we have Delvin Connell. And for Reeves and for Crick House, we have Crick House captain, Rashawn Phillips. Now, Rashawn is a known jumper, but he's house captain.
And this is a very, very scary final leg here as we have the athletes of Reeves and Crick House right next to each other, followed by the crazy teachers of Reeves and Crick House cheering them on. Let's see
We
if
can see them out of the vehicle. Miss Tucker Baisden is cheering on Delvin.
And it's at this point where the adrenaline was going to take over the athletes, where the athlete of Reeves House, Delvin, is going to try his best to make sure that he can fend off the athlete of Crick House. However, the Crick House has the advantage because he has Delvin in his vision,
In his visual.
which means he would remain in pursuit no matter the outcome here today.
Now we see that Delvin has gone out very hard on this last leg.
And we've seen the strategy here before, but it does tend to backfire from time to time. However, we'll see if Delvin here can pull
Can
it
he
off
contain this momentum as he comes down? I don't think we could have asked for a better last leg.
at all. I was told by Johannes Reedus just now, who joined us in an interview, that he has confidence in Delvin and he's aware of his pace and he may be able to pull it off and open up even a little bit more of a gap.
Okay.
So let's see if Delvin can pull it off, as it's all down to him now.
All down to him. But we know that Crick, with their house captain, is going to put in his best efforts. The relentless Wolves of Crick will be hounding the Blue Phoenix of Reeves.
As the athletes are now passing Lewis Otto in King Garden, making their way now towards Long Wall.
But we have seen some impressive running this morning
I'm very
from
impressed.
our athletes.
Very impressed with the level of athleticism here today.
So remember, the 27th of February, Sir Vincent Beach. Come out, support our athletes.
As much as I don't want to say these athletes would have been running circles around us in our time,
You think so?
I think they might have. I think they might just do so. Delvin Connell here looking very comfortable on the downhill. And remember, if you're just joining us, this is now the last leg of the
So let's see
road
on
relay.
the live who you think.
If you're supporting Reeves House, of course, drop some blue hearts in the comments. If you're supporting Crick, drop some red hearts. Miller, green hearts. And Lopi, yellow hearts.
Yellow
of course.
hearts.
Honorable mention to Lopi's final leg runner, Benjamin Cyrus,
Ah!
who is actually my little brother, running his second road relay, I believe.
Yes,
here at
second
St.
road
Grammar
relay.
School. He was pretty confident this morning when I saw him, so hopefully he'll be able to make up some ground and some time here for his team in the last leg for Lopi.
So we have 3 brothers who came to the St. Vincent Grammar School, 2 in Miller and 1 in Lopi.
Sip, sip.
And all who have ran the road relay.
The road relays.
but Delvin is looking quite comfortable. But we do see Rashawn trying to keep it close behind as they make their way down long wall.
And believe it or not, that's all you need to do. You don't need to be immediately behind the first place athlete, because remember, it's all down to the final stretch there by Cashways to then the uphill by St. Vincent Grammar School. We've seen a lot of overtakes happen here before, as we saw earlier with Johannes Regis and Jaden George.
Yep,
So
and
let's see what can happen here.
also on the 19th of February, we have the Randy Kennedy Challenge. So all old boys and old girls come out. We are part of the Randy Kennedy Challenge at Independence Park on the 19th. You will get more information. If you're not following us on our social media platforms, please do. Right.
And it looks like it's Rashawn Phillips closing up the gap just a little
Closing
bit.
the gap.
Seems to be 15 meters behind Delvin now.
We're going to have a race to the finish.
And we have Delvin looking back here now, as you can tell Rashawn is closing the
Yep,
gap on
he
him.
felt
Rashawn
him
now
coming.
just 5 meters away.
All right.
We have some bystanders there wondering what is going on.
So if you're on the road and if you're supporting Reeves or Crick, come out and cheer these athletes. Rashawn is cutting those corners hard coming down there, trying to close this gap.
As we pass in now the NIS building, approaching Cashways.
Yep, passing Sailor Cycle Center.
Maybe a difficult point there to try to overtake. However, Rashawn is keeping in pursuit. He's now passing Cashways.
He's looking around more because he's feeling Rashawn coming.
Let's see how much Delvin has left in his tank. However, Rashawn picking up pace here.
Both
Keeping it close to Delvin.
athletes.
Passing lanes hardware now, uptown. And ladies and gentlemen, it has now come down to this. Crick versus Reeves. Reeves House in command now, which is the runner of Delvin Connell. Hot pursuit followed by Rashawn Phillips, and Rashawn is not letting him get away.
Delvin is a Form 3 student. Rashawn is in Form 5.
Very impressive run here.
Oh, and we see more
Delvin
cheering
Connell.
happening on the road for Crick House. They're trying to push Rashawn.
And it looks as though Delvin is opening up the gap just a little bit.
Oh, and
we
more
have some more cheering
cheering.
for Reeves House here on the side of the road. Athletes now about 250 meters away from the St. Vincent Grammar School finish line. And it is the athlete of Reeves House who looks like he's going to be bringing it home.
Yep.
That
it
is
looks
Delvin
Woo!
Connell. If you're supporting Reeves House, drop some blue hearts in the comments, because
And
here
the
comes
police
Delvin
is coming
Connell
around. And
to bring it home for Reeves House with Rashawn Phillips of Crick in hot pursuit.
somebody say Reeves House must win.
And it looks like it's going to be Reeves House that's going to take today's Road Relay Championship, as the athletes now crossing the prep school bridge.
We
Final
have
80
to
meters
commend
there now.
the athletes for Reeves House this morning.
And it's the Form 3 athlete Delvin Connell on his last 50-meter push. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody say Reeves House
Must win.
Reeves House
Must
Reeves
win.
House, Reeves House
Must
Reeves
win.
House
Aye.
must win the 36th edition of the Kccu St. Vincent Grammar School Road Relays. That was Delvin Connell, a Form 3 student, followed by Crick House now, who is about to cross the bridge. That is Rashawn Phillips, with Miller House in third position and Lopi in fourth on the way down Longwall Hill now.
All right. And well done by Rashawn Phillips of Crick House,
He
bringing in.
put in quite a battle there, trying to keep it up next to
Yep.
Delvin, but Delvin was just too good on the last uphill there.
It's always good
By
to
people
see
more.
your house leadership putting in the work. Well done by Rashawn. As I said, Rashawn is a known jumper. But he put in the work for his house.
As Mr. Randy Boucher there gives a smug smile, seeing his Reeves House athlete cross the line in first for yet another year, making it win number 11 in the last 25 years, I believe. As Delvin is embraced there by another one of his Reeves House housemates. As we await now the third and fourth place runners of Lopi and Miller.
So we're now left waiting on Miller House and Lopi House.
Once again, very impressive downhill leg there by Delvin Connell as we await the official run times by each host and each athlete. Once again, if you're just joining us, we have just seen Reeves House cross the line in fourth position here at the 36th edition of the Simmons Grammar School Road Relays.
Sponsorship of the St. Vincent Grammar School and the Girls High School Road Relay. So Ruth, thanks for being with us, and of course, thank you to Kccu for your continued sponsorship.
Definitely, it's always a pleasure to be a part of this. As a past student of Girls High School, it's always good to connect with your brother school, grammar school, and it's always a pleasure to support Road Relay. It's always very exciting. The competition is always very stiff, and congratulations to Reeves House. I mean, not as a headmistress girl, I'm a little happy today, but it was amazing seeing all the athletes put in all their hard work and persevere. I know Lopi had quite a distance to make up, but I'm happy to see that the athletes were still in good spirits, and I wish them all the best for their upcoming sports season.
All right, thank you very much, Miss Stowe. 36 years, and we're looking for 36 more years.
Wonderful.
So please take.
Always a pleasure.
All right, thank you.
All right, take care. As we wait for Miller House, who has passed Thomas Sanders, we're seeing him making his way in.
That will be soon, Junior Horn.
Right, Junior Horn for Miller House, taking this third place for Miller House. We've got confirmation that Lopi has made their final changeover. So Benjamin Cyrus
On the last leg now.
on the last leg. Let's see if he can close down that gap a little bit. Sip, sip.
Miller
All right.
taking the
third
bronze medal
place
here in today's events.
here this morning. And we see Mr. Fidel Snag, who would have been on the road with the Miller House athletes, die-hard Miller House.
Can't get Mr.
Teacher.
Snag to change houses at all. You will never.
Always on the road, ensuring the safety of our athletes. So we're now waiting on Lopi. So of course we have to thank VC3 for their awesome streaming this morning, bringing to you today's action. St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force for their outriders, SVG Red Cross and our Grammar School Red Crossers.
And of course, our 36-year sponsor, the Kingstown Cooperative Credit Union.
Yes.
For their
Without
dedication
them,
to us for 36 years, because without them,
couldn't do it. The work put in by the sports committee in organizing today's events and going forward for the rest of the activities for sports, the Randy Kennedy Challenge, and also our joint sports day with the Girls High School on the 27th of February. It's a Friday. Take the day off if you need to so that you can come out and support the athletes at the St. Vincent Beach Stadium.
as we anxiously await the arrival of Lopi House here now to conclude today's activities. Again, last leg of Lopi House being run by Benjamin Cyrus, looking to bring it home as we get ready for the medal presentation that will shortly follow.
But the Reeves House team of Denrick Davis, Johannes Regis, Isaiah Patterson, Anthony Barker, and Hazen Gabriel and Delphine Connell did it today for Reeves House. So don't leave the live as yet. We will have the presentation of prizes. So we're still waiting the arrival of the last leg athlete for Lopi House, Benjamin Cyrus.
as we have Lopi House now approaching the finish, the final couple of meters of today's road relay events. Sixth leg of Lopi. Lopi House being ran by Benjamin Cyrus, looking to basically at this point improve the time.
All right.
Lopi as he's approaching the prep school bridge now. Looking strong.
All right,
Despite the
here he
position.
comes. Benjamin Cyrus on this last leg. He would have had a huge deficit, but definitely coming in strong. Well done, Benjamin. Being cheered by the student body. Well done, well done.
Strong finish here by Benji as he concludes his final year here at the St. Vincent Grammar School. And last relay for Lopi House.
All right, so
Despite the position, it's all about the success of today. Because remember, thus far there's been no reported injuries, and once there's no injuries, that is an immediate success for all the houses. So I want to say congrats to all the athletes as we get ready for today's medal presentation. I want to say congrats to Crick House, Kobe Oliver, Jaden George, Malik Craig, Rashawn Phillips, Ethan White, and Dakari Telemac. I want to say congrats to Lopi House's Everett Allman, Joshua Nichols, Edlon Edwards, Joshua Malcolm, Jeremy Dick, Benjamin Cyrus. I want to say congrats to Miller House's Rudino Roberts, Jet Llewellyn, Limo Oliver, Nazari Nash, Lamont Gregg, Junior Horn. And I want to say congrats to today's winners, of course, Reeves House, Denrick Davis, Johannes Regis, Isaiah Patterson, Anthony Barker, Hazen Dabriel, and Delvin Connell.
all right. So that's the results. Reeves House must win first place. Second place, Quick Light Crick. Third place, Zip Zip
Miller!
And in fourth place,
Lopi!
I must say thank you to Alexander for being with me here this morning.
No problem. It's been my honor, and I hope I'm invited to come back for another year.
Always good to have our past students come back and give back in whatever way that they can. We are a grammar school family, so come out, support. Old boys, old girls, well wishers, future students. All right, so just to give you the times. So we had Reeves House in first place, 52 minutes, 56.94 seconds. Crick House, 53 minutes, 41 seconds. Miller, 49 minutes, 1.72 seconds. And Lopi House, 66 minutes, 36.72 seconds.
Did we see a record break today?
No record break. The record is held by Crick House from 2014 in a time of 50 minutes, 30.1 seconds. So 2 minutes off of the record. But we must commend all the athletes this morning, and we're going to be getting ready for our medal presentation. So stay on the live.
Could we have all houses? All right. So we are getting ready to start the presentation. So we asking for all runners, the entire team from all the teams, please quickly. Make yourself as small as possible so that we have all the teams. All right, so we want to make a start to the presentation ceremony. We're asking persons over at the peace pole, let's have your attention at this time. And thank our viewing public for following the race today. It is a Kccu St. Vincent Grammar School annual road relay. So those within the sound of my voice, could you put your hands together and congratulate all our athletes who went on the road and did very well and represented the various houses. The presentation party today includes the Deputy Headmaster of the St. Vincent Grammar School, Mrs. Susanna Oliver. And of course, we have our sponsors, Marketing Officer of the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union, Ms. Ruth Stowe, and Marketing Assistant, Kccu, Mr. Cuthbert Noel. Let me thank all the persons, all the house masters, house captains, vice captains, all old boys who supported, and all those who followed the live compliments VC3. Thank you very much for making our road relay another resounding success. At this time, we wish to go into the actual presentation. I want to also at this time invite the Deputy Headmaster to just say a few words, and then we will move into the presentation. Mrs. Oliver.
Hey, good morning to everybody. Congratulations to all of the athletes this morning for giving of your best for your houses. This is the 36th edition of the Kccu St. Vincent Grammar School Road Relay, and we know that we have some of the best athletes in the nation. Let me hear it for all our athletes. We look forward to the work that they will continue to do throughout this season. I know some of them have high aspirations on record breaking. And we will see which house will become victorious in this edition of our Inter-House Athletic Championship. So thank you very much, athletes. Thank you very much, sponsors. We will be with you on the 29th of February at the St. Vincent Beach Stadium, and I hope you will be with us there as well.
Friday the 27th of February. Thank you very much, Mrs. Olivier. And of course, as Mrs. Olivier mentioned, we have a beautiful relationship partnership with the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union. So we will now invite the representative from that credit union to say a few words before we go into the presentation. Put your hands together and welcome our sponsors.
All right, good morning, everyone. And just as Mr. Boucher said, I'm going to say few words. So I just want to take this opportunity on behalf of the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union Limited to congratulate every single runner today. You guys did exceptionally well, and you should be proud of yourself. Let me hear you give yourself a round of applause. Yes. I want to big up Reeves House, my brother house, on being victorious again. As a headmistress girlie, I'm very proud of Blue. But I want to congratulate Crick for giving them stiff competition as well. You guys did exceptionally well. And Miller and Lopi, perseverance is key as an athlete, and you really exhibited that today. So you should be very proud of yourself for finishing, okay? Alrighty.
Thank you very much, Ms. Stowe, and please convey our heartfelt thanks to the management and the board of directors and all the workers there at Kingston Cooperative Credit Union. So at this time, we will go into the presentation. We will announce the times that were recorded this year. We know that in fourth position, we had Lopi House coming in a time of 66 minutes, 36.72 seconds. Put your hands together for Lopi House. And coming in third was Miller House in a time of 59 minutes, 1.72 seconds. Put your hands together for Miller House. And in second position was Crick House in a time of 53 minutes, 41 seconds. And of course, we must give an extra round of applause for the winning house, Reeves House, in a time of 52 minutes, 56.94 seconds, and being able to defend their crown as kings of the road. So at this time, we will do the presentation of medals, and I will now invite the Deputy Headmaster, Mrs. Susanna Oliver, to present the bronze medal. Certainly to the athletes of Miller House. So let's hear it for Rudinio Roberts, Jet Llewellyn, Limo Oliver, Nazari Nash, Lamont Gregg, Junior Horn, and reserves Nazio Free and Jordan Glasgow. Put your hands together for our bronze medalist. Third place, Miller House. Congratulations, gentlemen. You did very well. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of your house. Congratulations. Congratulations to all. And now I will invite Mr. Cuthbert Noel of the Kingston Cooperative Credit Union to present the silver medals to Crick House. Coming in second this year, the athletes Kobe Oliver, Jaden George, Malik Craig, Roshan Phillips, Ethan White, and reserves Tylan DeCosta, Evante Nimblet. Congratulations are in order for the athletes of Crick House. Congratulations to the house master, deputy teachers, and of course house captain Roshan and your vice captains and your team. I should have also mentioned Nazari Nash, captain of Miller House, with your deputies Limo Oliver and Jet Llewellyn. So at this time I will invite Miss Ruth Stowe to present the gold medals to the winning house, the defending champions for a second year in a row, proving that they are indeed the king of the road. Don't worry. All right, so let's go. Denrick Davis, Johannes Regis, Isaiah Patterson, Otney Barker, Hazen Gabriel, Delvin Connell, and our reserves Neova Nanton and Devonte White. Congratulations to Reeves House, and certainly now based on the 25-year track on the plaque, Reeves House, they are now out front. This is perhaps in the last 25 years the 12th or 13th time that Reeves are champions of the road, winning this year again, and we'll present the challenge plaque to Reeves House. Once more, congratulations to the teachers of Reeves House, and of course house captain Neova Nanton and vice captain Isaiah Patterson and Hazen Gabriel. Congratulations to all of you. Please, houses, stay in position that we can get some photos after. And of course, houses and all officials, we have snacks and drinks to serve you, so just hold on just after we are finished. Remember, in terms of announcements, this afternoon at 1, we have 100 and 400 meters heats on the park at 1. Please take note. And on Friday, I know it was announced for Thursday, but on Friday at 10:45, we have the heats for the 200 and the 800 meters. And next Friday, we will be at the track in Diamond for semi-final heats. And then on Monday the 16th to Wednesday the 18th, we have the combined step challenge with the Girls High School and the St. Vincent Grammar School. So all our old boys, those who are viewing, you'll be able to do your steps while you exercise, and you will get instructions of when to upload the evidence of your steps. Let's get thousands. The house with the most steps will be winning several $100s. And then on Thursday the 19th, we will be at the Independence Park, formerly the Victoria Park, for the Randy Kennedy Challenge 2026. And of course, on Friday the 20th at the St. Vincent Grammar School, we have our sponsored walk and fun day. So keep your calendars active. And then the curtains will come down on Friday the 27th of February at the track in Diamond for our joint Girls High School, St. Vincent Grammar School sports meet. See you there. Check the school page for point standing updates sometime later today. And let us see now the houses, how they will go. Of course, those who are in the March Past practice with Mr. Lewis, you are to meet Mr. Lewis at 12 o'clock at the Assembly Hall area. You will meet Mr. Williams there for that practice session. Mr. Lewis, sorry. Congratulations again to all the houses, to, of course, Lopi House. We know you didn't medal, but we congratulate all of you. Let's hear it one more time for Lopi House. Let's hear it for Miller House. Let's hear it for Crick House. And of course, the loudest cheer for Reeves House. Because we know Reeves House must win. No, that's not being biased. That's just the facts. All right, thank you very much. Thank you to our online viewers. Thank you, VC3. Thank you, Mrs. Skerrit, for transportation. Thank you to the Red Cross. Thank you to Arastra News and all those the sports committee, management of the school, and of course, Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force. Thank you very much. And of course, Kingston Cooperative Credit Union. And of course, one of our illustrious old boys who you heard in commentary this morning, Alexander Cyrus. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Mrs. Oliver, for your commentary this morning. Division of Sports, all the officials. Thank you very much, Mr. Morgan and Mr. St. John. Thank you. Wish you all the best for all the remaining activities in the season. Thank you. God bless you. All athletes, we have snacks and drinks for you. House captains, you will check Mrs. Tuckbit